What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Loud Spot. I'm your host, Sebastian, on the Pantheon Podcast Network. Today's guest is Lisa from the band Sovereign Council. Let's go.
Oh, no! Oh, boy! Ah, here it comes! The motherfucking Loud Spot!
Before we get this show started, I do want to remind everyone to please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check us out on all podcasting platforms. Hit that notification button. Today, I am joined by my producer, Sam, who is with us today. And, of course, my co-host, Kyler, is with us. And Lisa, a Canadian. Is it like a metal? It's metal, but you sing a lot, right?
It's speed metal.
It's singing metal?
So it is mostly clean vocals, but might be screaming on the next one. So
Oh, really?
I classified it as speed metal,
okay.
European speed
I don't
metal.
know. I didn't get speed metal. I know singing metal is not a thing. It's just metal with singing on it. But it should be. It's just singing metal.
Yeah, I mean, we don't. People like to kind of put labels on our sound, but I mean, we don't have a specific category that we put ourselves into. We're just writing music that we enjoy playing. So whatever comes out, that's what's coming out. So yeah.
So do you try to stick with at least a certain sound, or because I've only heard the one song that just came out that we're going to play later on today? Is that your sound that you go for typically, or does it kind of vary and range?
Well, this is our third album that we've released over the last 10 years. So it was more on the symphonic gothic metal kind of side prior to this release. And then we had a lineup change. We were actually male fronted in the last few albums. And we made a shift and now female fronted.
Girl power.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
So
I was going to make a joke
changes.
in today's times, but then I decided not to.
Hey, the girls could joke about it, but we cannot joke about
No,
it.
you
You
cannot.
could say the T word and say that and be like, that's funny.
Yeah, so our sound has absolutely evolved. We're trying to become a little bit more accessible to generalize like our audience a little bit more. Before we were very niche, and yeah, we just want to have fun on stage and not be so concerned about are we impressing people with our music. We just want to connect with our audience through our lyrics and just fun music,
Well, if you're connecting with yourself as a band, that probably automatically flows out to the people listening to the band in the first place. But if you just try to go to a certain group of people, you're going to piss people off anyway. So you might as well just make yourself happy, and the rest will follow. So tell me about the lineup change. Okay, so it was a male fronted band. You were in the band at that point still.
Yes, I am an original member.
Hey, the OG.
Yeah. So now I think we're only two that remain from the original lineup.
Oh.
But yeah, so it was I was in the original lineup and I was singing on the previous albums. The first album, I had maybe one song that I sang a partnership in the lead on the track, and then everything else was just kind of backing vocals. And then
did you play an instrument, or were you just doing vocals?
Just vocals.
Okay, so you had two singers.
we had two singers.
Uh-huh.
And it was male, so male and female fronted. Like it was more male fronted for the first album. Second album became a little bit more of that, shared almost 50-50, but it was more like, I was doing 30% of the lead vocals. So which was cool. Like I'm totally fine with doing backing vocals. I've been a backup singer for a few different artists. So, it's fun. but then we.
I don't believe that exact statement the way.
No,
way you put
but it is.
It's
I
fun.
totally enjoy it. I
She's
totally
being
enjoy it.
nice.
It's fun.
I'm Canadian,
Okay, tell
guys.
us.
Yeah, that's right, Sam. She's Canadian, so everything's
That's right.
happy-go-lucky.
That's
for
it.
her.
Everything's
That's
nice.
it.
That's right.
Yeah. I mean, I was directing a lot of the vocal melody writing for all the vocals on the second album. The first album, I just kind of lent my vocals. My cousin is the guitar player, and he kind of swindled me into the band. And so I kind of slowly made my way.
So the guitar player's still in the band. Your cousin's still in the band.
Yes.
So it's pretty much the family just took over, said fuck everybody else.
Yep.
It's our band now. Male fronted, no thank you. Female fronted, because you guys are family. No one can tell you guys no. Why did you guys make that switch? Do you guys just not like the other singer? Was he just kind of a dick?
He was an ass.
No, not at all. I mean, that would be
He's
such
he's
an easy answer.
He's my
We're
husband.
trying
I don't know.
to get you in trouble, Lisa. That's what we're trying
That's
to do.
what
We're
you
trying
guys
to
are
You
doing,
to be
yeah.
mean. You're too nice.
She's Canadian, guys.
I
Come
can't
on.
go to Canada.
You're
You're
like,
too
fuck
nice.
that guy. He sucked.
No,
Asshole.
he's and we're still friends. Like we split on good terms. It's
Sure.
just
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
brought a new guitar player into the mix, and he's a really good writer, and him and I gel so well when it comes to just writing.
Are you
So-
guys dating?
Sorry?
Are you guys dating?
We are now a couple. Yes.
Are you guys dating?
Yes, yes, we
Weird.
are.
Good call.
Wait, hold up, Kyler. You can't talk shit that when a guy's on, you're like something about hotness. Of course.
Well, duh. But the way you said it was like white.
Well, because
band
I
status.
just
Are you
know.
dating?
I just know it
Weird.
happens with almost every band. They'll start off as friends, but what ends up happening if they work together, they're like, if we can work together here, let's take it
That's
in the
true.
bedroom.
Okay.
Let's see what happens.
Hold on. So was the other lead singer? Did you guys used to date?
Ooh,
No,
yes.
no.
Oh, man.
That
I
would've been
mean,
juicy.
we're
That would've
still
been-
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
He was over for dinner last night.
Right. No, the boys,
They're
they're
right.
very much they were like my brothers. Like we were a band for 10 years, you know. We have been a band for 10 years.
yeah.
And you know, the original lineup, we did a Western Canada tour in a van together, slept in the van. So we're very tight knit as
And-
friends.
What people don't realize is because sometimes people think, oh, they're a girl, or let's say it's all girl band, there's a guy, or vice versa. Oh, they're messing around. One thing I've learned from podcasting is people get stinky and gross on
Yeah.
these tour buses.
No one wants to fool around when their crotch is smelling like yesterday's cheese or something. I'm telling you what, it's we all know this as touring musicians, but you do not smell well after 3
I would
days no
smell
shower
well. What are you
because
talking about? You cannot let your crotch smell like stinky cheese. If
I'm
you
just
do,
saying
you have an
in
issue.
general. I'm just saying
No,
in general.
I don't care. No
Tyler,
matter where I go, my crotch will not smell like
You've
stinky
never
cheese.
traveled 3 days
I've
in
traveled.
a van with a bunch of dudes, so
Sure
when you
have.
And
I
don't forget-
apologize to Lisa in advance.
I have girl
It's
power.
all good.
I'm not
It's
gonna
all
let
good.
them have stinky
She doesn't know.
crotches,
All
okay?
I gotta say is you don't know. You don't know.
See, that's why you pack baby wipes. And
you don't have a stinky crotch. Thank
that's
you.
it. That's it. Yeah, you take care of your business.
I can only
Baby
talk from a
powder.
guy's point of view. We have smelly crotches after
Well, you got issues.
3
You need
days.
baby wipes.
3 days.
Why are we still talking about crotches? Okay.
I don't know.
I don't even know how it got there.
I don't know.
But-
I'm touring. That's
No,
Yeah.
because the reason why is because Sebastian said smelly and stinky. I automatically went to private areas on both male and female parties because, like I said, I've been
And we're
around a
still talking about smelly crotches.
okay. So,
Hey, I'm amazed we're not talking about pickleball, Sebastian.
well,
Jeez.
we're not talking about. Do they play pickleball in Canada?
There it is.
They do, yes.
How is it big
Yeah,
there,
I
too?
don't, but I've been wanting to try it though. I hear so many people play
Table
it.
tennis.
It's fun. It's healthy. It's
Yeah.
fun. Okay, let's get back to you because I do want to talk about your vocal range. But before we do that, we could probably take a commercial break right now, and then we come back. I'll reintroduce you, and then we'll play your music video, and then we'll talk about your singing and what you've done. What? Well, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Sounds good.
And we are back with Lisa from the band The Sovereign Council. You know what? That is a mouthful to say.
Yeah, y'all
Sovereign.
small. Yeah, you must. Yeah.
I was like, Sovereign
Oh.
Council.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do people have a hard time saying that?
They do.
I would.
Yeah.
I had
Yeah.
a hard time spelling it. How about that?
I had a
I
hard
spelling it
I had a
wrong.
I
hard
spelled it
time
wrong.
remembering it for the first like 2 years. I was like, what's our band name? Yeah, okay.
Was there ever a time that you thought maybe before you guys have been a band for 10 years, or maybe when the lineup change happened, was there ever any consideration about changing the name of the band to something more simpler, maybe easier to remember? Or did you feel like you had your fans already? Let's keep it the same.
It was pretty much that conversation. Like, well, what would we even change it to? You know, it's so difficult to come up with a cool band name. And we had been that for so long. So it was like, let's just keep it.
You know, it is. Band names are hard to come up with. Like, if I had a band name, I'd come up with something stupid like.
Hey, at least they didn't
know.
have Ghost, Alpha, Wolf. You know, I'm trying to think
All
of
those other normal
all those
names
other
that
ones that sound
everybody else has.
At
Yeah,
least Sovereign Council is original.
it
It
is.
sounds more tribal. That's definitely for sure.
Yeah.
So
On my
Yeah.
notes, I definitely spelled it wrong. I put SOVERN. Well, that's how it sounds. Sovereign. Because we were going to talk about something. We were going to talk about your new song. World on Fire that just came out May 5th. Cinco de Mayo. And that's not a Canadian thing to do. You guys don't even
Cinco de
celebrate Cinco de Mayo
Trinco.
in Canada.
they don't
Well, you
care
can-
about your American made-up holiday.
Is that a Canada thing? Is Cinco de Mayo a thing in Canada? Do you even know
Honestly,
what that is?
I don't. The 5th of May for it's a festival of some kind, right?
Well, everyone thinks it's Mexico independent, and it's not.
It's
Okay.
Corona Day.
It's just Americans excusing themselves to drink Corona.
No, I
and
think it is
tequila.
a Mexican independence.
It is
No,
not,
because
sir.
it actually
It is
isn't.
not.
It's not?
No,
No.
sir. It is not. It's
Oh.
September, I think, or something like that. Is
Huh.
Mexico independence from
Oh.
Spain?
Maybe they celebrated on that day.
No, they don't even celebrate
Hold
it.
on. I'm going to look it up real quick. Hold
All
on.
right, go ahead. This is
It's
where
the
we
day
miss
that you just
Diego.
get
We have
tasted
another
rum.
party that always is our researcher, that he would be actually looking it up and stuff like that. But let's talk a little bit.
Hold on. Cinco de Mayo is a yearly celebration held on May 5th to celebrate Mexico's victory over the Second French Empire at the Battle of Puebla in 1862, led by General Ignacio Zaragoza. There you go.
My homie.
Go ahead, Sid. What are we going to talk about now? That's more
It
important.
doesn't matter. I was just trying to fill time while you're fucking looking, you crazy.
Let's talk about your song "World on Fire." We're gonna play the music video in your own words. What is this song about before we play it, so the viewers and listeners can get an idea of what they're listening to while it's playing?
World on Fire was written while I was going through something extremely emotional and heartbreaking.
Mm.
So, and it was a very tough decision for me in that moment. So I wrote just lyrics that just spewed out, and it helped me kind of come to terms with what my life was about to kind of, go off into the deep end kind of thing. So it's just a song about, lighting a fire under your ass and just, make that change, do
Awesome.
something. Yeah. Do something about it.
You didn't sound, and not to take away from the meaning of the song, but you did not sound Canadian until you said a beat.
Yeah,
Then you
I'm
said-
not-
I caught it right off.
yeah, I did too. I just didn't say
My
anything. about it.
brain automatically Tourette said it, and then so I'm over here going about, and it's like, God damn it, Sam. I have
There you go.
this thing when I hear certain pitches and I hear certain things, I will repeat it. It's a habit that I have. It's not Tourette's necessarily. So
It is.
any
It's
Tourette's
Tourette's.
people, you can write all your hatred mail towards Sebastian at theloudspot@gmail.com. But I just in my head it's as soon as I hear about it's automatic. It's the same thing with A. A is another one.
Hey,
And there's two different A's.
I said it.
There's
I
the
said it wrong.
gangster A that everyone knows in California.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? You
Hey,
know, that one.
oh.
And then we have hey there, you know.
Hey there, you
Question
A.
mark.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's play the song. And for those on YouTube, I do apologize. For some reason, it doesn't cover the whole screen like it usually does, but that's okay. So here we go with. Let me play it. Where's it?
It's me. Hey. What am I?
Oh yeah,
here
you
for?
do it. You do it.
Get out of here.
There's a part in everyone that is
Wow. What great vocal range you have. You're definitely not a symphonic sounding band anymore. You didn't lose that. There's still a piece of it that remains with your vocals and how you sing, but the instrumentations I think is more, I wouldn't say speed metal like Sam said.
Well, hold on. Let me defend myself in the speed metal thing because Lisa, did you guys have albums that were a little bit faster in tempo and a little bit faster in instrumental in the first and second one that I listened to? And,
Yes.
Okay. Whereas this one, they worshiped Amy Grant from Evanescence, and then they put out the songs.
Yeah, your sound, you guys have just tremendous vocal range. So
Thank you.
tell me about how you started singing. From what I understand, you started about 10 years old. You're already doing stuff at that age. So you're a natural born singer.
Oh, hell no.
Okay. All right.
No,
You have a chance.
it was a struggle, and went through so many like vocal competitions and that kind of thing where I got my heart broken so many times. But you know, it made me stronger and be able to withstand people telling me things I didn't want to hear about my voice over the years, you know. And yeah, and I sang so many different genres of music. Metal really didn't happen until I joined this band. So I've put out country albums, pop albums, rock albums. I've been a vocal coach since I was 19 years old. So I don't want to give away my age now, but I've been doing it for a long time.
Just a few years.
Just a few. Yeah. So, you know, I feel like now I've finally found my voice, and you hear that a lot from singers, is, you know, the people that are trying to find their style of voice. And by listening to singers from like Within Temptation and Epica and, you know, that kind of vein or vocal style, I kind of took little bits and pieces. I was like, ooh, I really like what they do with their voices, and then just kind of developed my sound from vocalists that are in the metal scene, the clean vocal side of things.
Yeah. You're not doing bleh.
Yeah. Not yet.
not yet. But there are ways
coming
to do that to not ruin your voice also. So my question is, if you did country and you've done pop before, I'm assuming maybe you've done hip hop. I don't know. I didn't think you probably did. But country and pop music and other genres that you did, Kyler, don't me. What made you want to join a metal band? Was it like an opportunity that just kind of arose and then you decided to do it, or like were you scared to even attempt to do metal?
You just told us earlier. Her
You did. What'd you say?
I mean, I can tell you the story of how it happened.
Because her cousin's a
Wanted to
guitar
be with
player.
him.
and brought her in.
Her cousin, she was dating the old singer. No, I'm just kidding. I know you. I know
That's
you're
the block thicken. I'm with it. I'm with it.
Now she's dating the new singer. Or no, you're the new singer. Now you're dating
No
the
guitarist.
Yeah.
I'm dating the
Her
guitarist.
cousin's
Yeah.
the guitar player. The guitar player's the other guy.
Yeah. The one that does the guitar solo. The solo in the music video. That's
the
my
one that
partner.
has the mohawk.
Yes.
This is Jerry Springer episode, I think. Jerry Springer. So, okay. Then I'll reword the question. Were you scared to do metal, or think it'd be something that you would do for so long?
Oh my God. I was scared shitless just to be on stage live for the first time in a metal band. Like the way that I entered the band, I recorded all my vocals for the first album in my home studio and shipped just sent my vocals off. Wanted nothing to do with it. I just lent my vocals to the album. And then they wanted me in all the promo pictures. So I drove down to Kingston from Ottawa, which is about a 2-hour drive. I didn't know what to wear. I didn't know what I was doing. So the very first band photo, I'm in this like poofy little short skirt and a corset. And I'm like, hey. So I just, it was very awkward. And then I was like, oh, when's your first show? I'm going to come and watch you guys. Because they had a female keyboard player in the band. With me in it, we were 7 members. when we first started. So so I was like, oh, you don't need me. You have her. She sings. But they wanted me in their first show. And then I was part of the band after that first show. But I didn't know how to headbang.
So
I was like used to party bands where I'm just dancing and performing,
Right.
It's so different.
would you say then that you were not what? Would you?
All right,
what?
stop. Hold up. Has everyone watched How I Met Your Mother? Do you
Yes.
remember?
I have not.
Do you remember she was in a band, a Canadian band, and they were in a Canadian band, like pop band. It's like, go to the mall, come to the mall, and
I don't remember that.
want to
I don't
see
remember that,
something
Sam.
about the beaver. Okay, so this joke doesn't work because you guys can.
You're
not-
talking about the brunette, right? The brunette. Yeah.
Look, she's
Yeah.
helping you. That's
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
but she
She's
was-
Canadian. She's
there
nice.
was
I
a
know.
big
That's
secret-
the nicest
there was a
ever.
big
Can you be
secret
my
that-
best friend? I
that
need a
Barney-
friend.
that Barney discovered, or someone discovered, and Barney just had to know about it. And what it was is she was in a Canadian band in the early 90s, and it was like go to the mall. It was like a teeny bop,
Yes.
like a Tiffany.
Yes. Like
thing.
Tiffany. Yeah, I
Yeah.
do remember that
Yeah,
episode.
no, and it's like something
Man's
about the
band.
beaver, of course, because Canada and beavers are simultaneous. But they thought it was going to be porn this whole entire time, but it was.
I did not think that. Okay, so is it
No,
safe to
Yeah,
say?
next time, go watch How I Met Your
Right.
Mother.
Okay,
Makes
is it safe to say then that you were not into metal music when you joined the band?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up listening to Evanescence and
Okay.
like Disturbed and Korn and like the typical top 40
Right,
back
metal
then.
bands. Yeah.
Again, I'm aging myself, but
Right.
yeah,
We're all in the same range. So
yeah. But no, that was the full extent of it for me. Joining a metal band that had harsh vocals in it, I was like, right, because like everything that I heard up to that point was inaudible. Like I couldn't understand what screamers were saying, and
Yeah.
I wasn't connecting with it. And until I found out how vast the subgenres were,
So
and
many.
then I started listening to Gojira, and it like just I name drop one band, but there's just like there's so much out there that's so beautiful and enjoyable to listen to with harsh vocals because it just emphasizes the emotion that's in the lyric.
Yeah.
So and the whole metal community is like nothing else, like just the camaraderie and how
It is.
inclusive and just so much fun, and you
It
can be anybody, like it's just
It
great.
gets such a bad rap sometimes, or used to anyways. But a lot of what you said, because Kyler just joined the show not that long ago, she didn't really listen to metal, and she also did not know how to dress on the show. She's like, what do I wear? How do I, and she's been on the show now for a little while, and she's listening to more metal music and probably getting more used to it the more episodes that we do. So a lot of what you said kind of reminded me of what? Yes, it does.
No.
Fake
Sam's
funk.
saying-
I
Sam's
can listen
saying
to that.
She's wearing less clothes. I mean, you're seeing more midriff from her.
I
So-
still can't. I read the lyrics and I try to like say it with it, and I can't do it.
Yeah. And then remember, don't forget, she doesn't like the deathcore, the scary metal at all.
Well,
Right.
It gives me anxiety. Like every time we listen to it, I sit there and I want to cry.
Yeah.
Oh.
And what? At least Sovereign Council does not make you want to cry. She has a
I
very
hope not.
good voice.
No, I can listen to that. I cannot do the other. I can't.
Let's talk about your guys' stage
Yeah.
presence just a little bit in your
Ooh.
production. What kind of production are you guys running? Are you guys just doing a straight set, or is there a lot of good lighting? And then of course I always picture, because I haven't seen you guys live, the candlelit, the goth vibe to it.
Oh, cool.
That
That would
kind
be
of stuff.
cool.
Yeah, I mean, we used to do that for our previous albums. I'd wear, like a essentially a gown and corset, and it was super difficult to breathe in, being a singer.
Yeah.
So oftentimes I'd take the corset off and want to vomit after headbanging in a corset, and then having to sing. But yeah, we used to do a little bit more of a stage setup for that kind of vibe. And now majority of shows that we play, we're either opening or supporting touring acts, because we don't just like to play our own shows. Being a local band is like, unless we're going on tour or something like that, then we'll have a little bit more of a setup on stage. But when we're opening for a big band, they take up most of the stage as
I was like,
backline, and
you can't put your shit up there.
no,
The drums barely fit in front of the other dude's drum set.
exactly.
Have you guys done any U.S. tours, or has it all been Canadian?
It's all been Canadian so far, and we'd like to tour the US. For us, it's financial.
Yeah, it's expensive.
It's very expensive, and just we want to be support for somebody else when it comes to going on tours, because we did it once where we planned our own, and we were the main act for, I'd say, half of the shows. And it's just so much work. And then, working with a promoter to get a guarantee and that kind of thing, it's just a little bit more stressful.
Especially if you're going somewhere where you're not used to people, like your hometown, you're going to get more of your audience. You come out to like somewhere like, let's say, United States, Oklahoma, or California, where no one really knows you guys. You may get one person who's heard the band, but you guys come on, you're not from there, so there's no money to be made. It's almost, you just waste your money, and hopefully someone starts downloading your music on Spotify.
Yep.
Well, let's talk about just the fact that the genre of music that they're producing is not really popular in the United States per se, like 100%, whereas metalcore and I call it pop metal, like the Bring Me the Horizon, a lot of electronic stuff like that. So I like, as a booking agent myself, I'm going, I wouldn't even know who to team you up with other than pirate metal bands out here or something like that. Because it's kind of goth, like we said.
It is a little goth, yeah.
It's a very goth metal, and I hate these subgenres because metal's metal. It's just about the riffing, that's metal to me. But
we're gonna pigeonhole you. We're pigeonholing you.
I couldn't even think of a band that they could tour with in the United States. Maybe Illusions of Grandeur, who's been on the show. They're
a good band.
They're pretty good, but they play more so in Europe, and I think this kind of style is like European.
Mm-hmm.
It's really European based. So, and then she said, it's one of those things where the traveling in the United States is it's a really thorn in the side if you want to do it legit without everything getting taken over, because going back into Canada, not a problem. Coming into the United States is a problem, and they're going to be very anal. Like, are you getting paid? Do you have your O1 visa?
Oh, taxes.
All those kind of things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The best thing to do is come across one at a time in Toronto and then get all your gear over here. So
Guitar Center, buy all new gear. All right, are you guys planning on? We're going to get you out of here just here soon. Are you planning on touring with this new album? The album's, is it like an EP or an album that's also called World on Fire, and the song?
Yes, it's the title track of the EP.
Okay. Are you guys planning on going on tour, like Canadian tour, or playing some shows promoting that?
Yeah, I mean, we have one local festival that we're part of in July, I think.
Okay.
I've been working all day, so my brain's a little. But we do want to do a smaller tour right now. We're actually working on the next EP, so we're trying to just like pump out music because we've been kind of dormant for releases for a while, and now that we have our lineup and our the writers that we like to work with and that kind of thing for the sound that we have currently, songs are just pumping out now because it's we start writing a song and then it's like, that sounds great, like let's move forward with that. So now we have about 20 songs just waiting to be finished. So it's exciting to have just this new path that we're going down. Yeah.
So anyone that's checking out the band Sovereign Council, I guess I would recommend even checking out your older stuff to see the difference in the sound. That may impress. I know I'm gonna want to doing that.
Oh, it's drastic.
I want. That's what I want. I wish I would have heard it first before so I could explain it, but that's okay.
In Sebastian's defense, in his defense, he just hopped back in the hot seat, coming back from vacation. He was not supposed to be here.
Nope.
It was supposed to be something else, someone else. Doing the A-lister who might have actually read more and had time to read more, those kind of things.
Oh, it's all good. This is great.
Yeah, see, it's all. But Sam, don't make excuses.
Damn, you put him on blast. You
I
guys
put him on blast because he does
Damn,
it to me all the
trouble.
time. We waste the time writing PR, but he,
I got your back,
I'm
Sebastian.
sorry, Sebastian sucked at talking.
that's
to
all
you.
right. Tyler, you don't even accept the Google Calendar invite. So let's just
Yeah, no, yes, he does. No, she doesn't do that. Okay. All right.
All right, let's save that for our live.
Enough
I'm
about
killing
us. Anything you want to say, Lisa, before we get you off of here? Anything else that we did not cover?
where
that you
can they
felt like you
find
should
your
mention?
music? How about that?
On Spotify, Sam. You can find it on Spotify.
Yes, Spotify. We have Bandcamp set up where you can
Bandcamp.
find, I believe, all 3 albums are there. Yeah, YouTube, of course. We have 2 music videos now. So one for World on Fire, which you guys saw, and then our second video is called Breathe You In, which is it's a pretty sexy song. So
Yeah, she's running around her bedroom.
I am. I'm in
everything
PJs.
like that. You like say, hey.
Oh, yeah, keep this PG, Sam. Although I think we already swore a bunch of times.
Yeah.
We already did.
we already ruined it. So
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. The video's pretty PG anyway. So
Yeah,
All
exactly.
right.
It's PG.
Yeah.
She's not. She's just in her bedroom.
PG
In her
for
bed.
pajamas.
Yeah.
It's not even a G in there. All right.
Pajamas.
Lisa, I do want to thank you for coming on to our episode. I want you to stay right there, please, till after the outro song plays. Also want to thank Pantheon Podcast Network. I want to thank Sam for pressing the buttons and joining the show with us today and for calling me out. Also, I want to thank Kyler for being here. Diego, we hope you get better soon. We want you back on the show. I feel naked without you, brother. And that's all the time we got. Is that it? That's it. Peace out. Rock on and much love.
This is the Loud Spot outro by Nothing Short of Tragic. Is this all talk with no action? No. Is this my thoughts with distraction? No. Is this what I bought that's in fashion? Or is this the Loud Spot with Sebastian? Yes. Does Nothing Short of Tragic have his back again? Yes. Does everything that's good really have to end? Yes. A pimp host has to pimp show, so to get more episodes, make an order, this is over.